I've learned over the past few years that your true family isn't made up of the people you're related to, but of the people who show up and continue to show up no matter what. They show up for the good days and the bad days. They show up when it's easy and they show up when it's not. They show up because they love you. Melissa has always shown up for me.
Awesome, perfect.
Mel is a part of my chosen family, and she has chosen Joe to be a part of hers. And I couldn't be any happier for her because Joe shows up. He shows up every day with every part of himself. He shows up for Melissa. Joe, you have turned my best friend into a Harley-riding, gun-toting badass. And you've also made her happier than I've ever seen her. And every day I've spent with the two of you has shown me that fairy tale endings are truly possible.
Days of a brand new start came in perfect time and measure. Grace and a golden heart, how we've thrown our arms around you.
Melissa, I remember on our first date when you told me that you didn't like my truck. I remember thinking to myself, she's not the one. But here we are 9 years later, and as it turns out, I couldn't have been more wrong. For the last 9 years, you have stood by me, supported me, pushed me, and loved me. You have been a shoulder to cry on, a crutch to lean on, my favorite riding buddy, and my best friend. As your husband, I promise to love you, protect you, and respect you. I promise to watch The Grinch every night for the 3 months before Christmas every year.
Hi everyone, and thank you all for being here to celebrate in a day that we all know is long, long overdue. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Jessie and I'm Joe's little sister. Most of you that know Joe know him as the Harley-riding, gun-crazed, tough guy that he is, but he wasn't always that guy. For most of my life, he was just Joey, my big brother. And when I look back on my life, the good and the bad, there's always been one constant, one thing that has always been there, one thing that has always showed up for me, and that one thing is Joe. From helping me learn to ride a bike, to thinking it was a good idea to take the trucks off a skateboard and attempting to snowboard down hills in the woods behind our house, which didn't end well for either of us, letting me tag along on fishing trips with friends, all the way to hugging me tight on some of the worst days of our lives. He has always made sure that I was okay before making sure he was okay. And if that doesn't tell you the kind of person he is, I just don't know what will.
Wow, you look fantastic. Wow, beautiful. That's really, really pretty. You're so beautiful. I'm so proud of you. You're a beautiful bride.
Thank you.
You look absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you.
These roses are beautiful.
Aren't they beautiful?
Wow. How do you feel?
Good.
All set?
Yes.
Yep.
Ready to go.
Not anxious?
Ready to go.
Ready to walk down that aisle?
Joe, I knew there was something special about you at our first date when you walked into the movie theater, even after I told you I don't like lifted trucks, after getting out of your 6.0. Here we are 9 years later with a love for lifted trucks. I truly realized I could not live life without you when you were diagnosed with cancer. Like I was there for you for every treatment, I promised to be by your side through thick and thin. I vow to always support you, no matter how big or small your dream is.
From this day forward, you will be each other's home, comfort, and refuge. Your marriage strengthened by your love, respect, and faithfulness for each other. Joe and Melissa, as the two of you come into this marriage, uniting as husband and wife, and as you affirm your faith and love for each other, I would ask that you always remember to cherish each other as special and unique individuals.
I promise to pick you up when you're down, laugh with you, and more importantly, laugh at you. Lastly, and most importantly, I promise to always take you to eat when you're hungry and be your date for half-price apps, today, tomorrow, and forever.
I promise to always be your Friday night Applebee's date and give you all of my crispy fries while taking your soggy ones. I choose you for every life adventure, from kayaking down the Weeki-Wachee to our late night Walmart runs. I promise to continue making jokes that are not funny, but you laugh because of how stupid they are. And I promise to be the best wife to you as we continue to build our life and family together. I love you.
I now present to you Mr. and Mrs. Walsh.
I didn't know if this day was ever gonna come, because you sure do like to drag your feet, but I'm glad that it did. And I know she's glad that it did. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Listen, these two are two of the best people in my life. I love them both with all my heart, and I'm glad this day is finally here. So to Joe and Melissa, congratulations. I love you both.